Yo, what's up, cat? Nothing much. Getting prepped up for stream. Today's the first day I had like a normal schedule. Like, woke up on time ish, like 30 minutes late. Went to the gym, did stuff, went to class, ate dinner. I ate dinner at 4, man. It's gonna be weird adjusting to this. But I'd rather eat dinner before stream than after. I can be like sated, I can feel normal. And we have to go back to doing homework after class, which I'm not too excited about, but it is what it is. How's it going with you? What did I eat for dinner? My usual chicken, rice, and I actually had potatoes today. I've been on a bit of a potato kick, which is probably not the best idea because I'm already eating rice, so I'm getting plenty of carbs. But I don't care. They taste great, and they save quite well as well. So sure, they can get a little bit dry, but I don't know. I feel like they save better than broccoli, or at least I enjoy them more than saved broccoli. Do I like baked potatoes? Yes, baked potatoes are awesome. I usually have it with like heartier meals like steak or stuff, but I love them, especially like loaded baked potatoes. Anyways, hello everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's currently 5 p.m. Central Time. Hope you're having a good day so far. If not, well, guess what? We get to do something that we love for an hour, but first, we're going to start off with a warm up. So let's get started. I didn't really set up. Potatoes are pretty great. You can, I mean, freaking, what is the Lord of the Rings thing? Mash them, I don't know, chop them, put them in a stew, whatever he says. They're great. Are they the healthiest thing in the world? No, but they helped a dude survive on Mars. So I'm actually gonna adjust my microphone real quick. It like my microphone like falls a little bit during the day because the stand it's on. I need like a counterweight or something for it. Um, so like I have to adjust it in the morning, fit on meetings in the morning, and then adjust it in the afternoon. Poor microphone. Pretty good day today. Didn't get as much done as I wanted to. A lot of things I want to do, I can't because my school isn't being fast enough. Like some of my classes aren't updating assignments and they're like broken, so I can't do them. They even sent an email, one of the TAs, and they're like, "Hey, I only work 5 hours a week, so I can't update things fast enough." And I'm like, "Okay, that's cool, but like, what am I supposed to do? I can't do the assignments in time if you're not updating them." So very excited to return today's drawing. I was actually like feeling giddy while I was eating dinner. I was like, "Holy crap, I'm so excited for this drawing," which originally I wasn't at all. And I'm hoping I can like inspire some of that uh excitement for paper got smaller. Nope. Same camera, same hand, same pen. Really same everything. Or it's different camera, I guess. Maybe my hands grew, who know? Who knew? Knows? Pretty happy with my line work today. So far. We've only drawn like what, 7 lines? This semester is slowly seeming more approachable. Less arduous and all that stuff, less scary. Which makes me feel better. Already behind in some reading though, so I need to catch up on that. Pretty chill day today though. And yeah, like I said, once we're done with this current drawing, the gravel one, not the warm up, we'll return to lesson 6. Still a little bit scared of that one. If you ever get in a fist fight, just run. Is that really your concern? My hands are so small if I get in a fist fight. Does that even mean like... I'm not sure if like a smaller fist would give you that much of a disadvantage. I don't know. Don't be in a position where you have to be in a fist fight. Man, I love Hyperlight Drifter music so much. Sad to see Hyperlight Breaker was kind of a flop, it feels. It wasn't a bad game, it's just... eh. It didn't do anything that made me want to keep playing it. Like, it's another extraction roguelike. You run. What? There's no reason to hit people. You're acting like fist fights are common. Do you win fights? I haven't been in fights unless you like count like scuffles when I was in middle school or other stuff. So I would say, who cares? Like, I don't like the prospect of being in fights. And I don't care about, is it like, what is winning, right? If you're stupid enough to get into a fight in the first place, then. Like, is the winner the one who started it? The one to throw the last punch? The one who got the most injuries? Like, I don't know. There was a period where I was like, the masculine urge to beat up somebody. I think I talked about this the other stream, where I was like, yeah, we were talking about this with Bear. I was interested in being the MMA or like just boxing, seeing what it's about. But firstly, I realized people get like irrecoverable injuries from that. Second of all, I mean, I don't know. I don't get my kicks out of hitting people. I think the only competition that I'd be in is like racing something, which is arguably not just as dangerous. I'd say formula injuries are a lot more rare, or like life-altering ones are a lot more rare than that. But gravel boxing, that could be a fun one. I mean, he's basically doing a boxing type move in there. But yeah, once again, I don't see Gravel being an aggressive guy. He just wants to draw, man. You can draw gravel boxing if you want. Ay, dent. Like drawing forms. Oh, nice. In fact, we could do a couple of those exercises for warm up. That'd be fun. These exercises always help me. I don't know how to describe it. Like disassociate. Like just kind of become one with the page. I hate how that one ended up. Looks so goofy. Let's do some of those. Those are always fun. We'll use this one. Why not? Let's do one of these. I love these. This is probably my favorite thing to draw. We'll start like this. It's also a great exercise in pen control. I love how brush pens look, but we all know about my complicated relationship with brush pens. To say the least. Remember, if you stack boxes on top of each other, you want the top box to have a relatively far away vertical VP. Because that will give you more room to foreshorten it later. As if they're stacked, that means you're going to go down a lot, so we'll have a lot of that. Now this one is actually relatively close, but that'll work out. Because that means we can make a lot of our boxes disappear the VP. And I mean, it's just easier for me to estimate closer VPs. It would be a good pen control exercise to try to make the edges of these boxes darker than the interior. Okay. It's actually relatively close. Nice. So now we can create another box, and we know the plane of the top face will increase. Do I still like Dr. Pepper? Of course. Dr. Pepper's great. The 23 flavors. This is going to be a bit of a weird one. Oh, so yeah, now we have a constraint in the system, which is that all vertical lines need to have the same VP because they're stacked on top of each other, and we're assuming these boxes are orthogonal. So that means any Y method that we use, given the rule of the Y method being that all angles have to be greater than 90 degrees, since this VP is already established, that means once we have a point, we need to 2 points make a line. We have a point here, we have a point at our VP, which we know. So that means that we have an existing line in which you have to choose the height. So this comes first, and then we can choose the next one that's abides by our 90-degree rule of Y method. So we have that. This will prevent your boxes from looking wonky. Oh, this is such. I'm sorry. This is my favorite exercise. Even though it isn't like, or it's my favorite exercise to do, I can't say it is like the best one. Not that there is a best exercise, but one that like trains everything, gets all of your muscles. This one's very, very peaceful, I think. I try to go lighter on the interior lines, so. Yeah, this is one I do in my spare time, and it's more of an exercise than a warm-up. It's just very peaceful to do. And typically I don't ghost when it comes to this exercise. I just kind of go for it. Very quick thinking, all that stuff. Because that forces me to make rather rash decisions that I'll need to correct later. That's good enough. So yeah, now that I did my line weights properly here, it has this like cool feeling of like precedence, which is nice. So now, if we have another Y method right here, I don't want it to seem parallel to that, so we're gonna do something like this. Actually, yeah, whatever. We can go right. No, that's like on the line now, so yeah, we'll go with that. So now the line that it forms is actually gonna be rather close to being parallel with that. I want it to be tall. So we're gonna kind of do this. And I want it to be like splayed in front of us. Or we could do it really turned away. Like have it like that. I'd rather it be like this. And then, of course, you go back. Say that's the edge of the box. Go right there. Make sure these converge. Yeah. Huge. Approximations and all the fun stuff. So remember, these VPs got to be shared. So this one's going to go over here, which means, yeah, these align rather closely. That. Wait, messed that up. Didn't ghost enough. Nice. So some stacked boxes, fun stuff. Gotcha, gotcha. And yeah, we'll do one more. Because the next one is probably like technically my favorite. So this one's like the most fun. This one's like my favorite as in doing stuff. So albeit it's a bit difficult. I mean, not really, no. What kind of soda, cat? God, I love how smooth brush pens feel. Especially this one. This is probably my favorite brush pen I've ever used. However, the soft is very soft and the hard is very hard. So I do wish there was a slightly ginger ale. Ah, you a ginger ale fan? So now once you have your box down, you rotate it a bit. So we can rotate it up and away or whatever we want. So we'll do up and away. And so as it rotates away towards us, kind of away, so like we're going like this plane gets more exposed to us. This plane gets less exposed, and this one remains almost relatively the same. So increased degree, decreased degree, somewhat the same. And that's typically how it goes if you're moving in one direction, right? Or twisting in one direction. I guess you can't twist in multiple unless you like pitch and yaw at the same time. Or whatever it's called. Oh, what pitch, yaw, roll? I don't know which is which. I know each is for an axis. I don't know really any more than that. I don't think I need to know more than that. But that means as this increases and this decreases, the Y method's going to remain somewhat the same. Just this line's going to elongate. This line's going to shorten. Yeah, ginger ale has a particular taste, that's for sure. So we can draw it that close, but I actually like giving some space between the stuff, like this. So this is actually the edge, and now we can draw this twisting away from us. Like so. Want to retain proportion. See, you're doing like so many things here. boxes, retaining proportions. You can do this with cylinders if you wanted. I just realized I went kind of dark for something that should be light because it's the interior. So like I said, this line's going to get a little bit longer. Or the angle between these, I guess, is going to increase. Because we're showing this face a lot more now. Something like this. What's up, Willie? We're just doing some warm-ups. How's it going with you? Welcome, welcome. It's been a minute. Now I'm going to foreshorten this a bit. Same thing here. Because we're like, the degree is of this plane is actually decreasing because we're moving further away and to the right. Yeah, well, this is a in warm-up, Cat. I said earlier we'll be working on the gravel drawing. Mods get Cat for not listening. So yeah, and you could just start twisting and turning them and stuff. We're not going to continue doing that because, I mean, we've definitely warmed up. We're pretty good. So we're going to do 2 minutes of ads. Pretty long for a warm-up. Okay. Who cares? We'll return to the gravel drawing that we've been working on. Pull this guy out. I did not expect this drawing to... Oh, not that one. This one. I did not expect it to turn out to be this fun, but I'm very happy with how it looks right now. It's kind of ugly. There's a lot wrong with it, but I don't know. I feel like it worked out. So, yeah, we're going to go to BRB for 2 minutes, 2 minutes of ads, and then we'll come back and continue drawing this. Me too. I feel like just plain old boxes or things stacked nicely in a space, very pretty. Even just for like any object drawn in a 3D space over and over again at different angles, proportions, foreshortenings, stuff like that. Like Tom Fox especially, I feel like Tom Fox is a wonderful example of that with anatomy. His ability to toss and turn shapes in there. And then Kim Jung, I think, maybe that's their name. I could be forgetting. They're one of my art parents. They do like fish and stuff a lot like this. They do drawing lessons, I believe. I think it's Kim Jung. I could be wrong here. Or is it Sori Kim? It's Sori Kim, sorry. Sorie space Kim. Sori Kim. They're really good at drawing creatures and stuff at varying angles, and their texture work is amazing. Really, really great. Their style is definitely very gangly, the texture-wise. Very wavy and stuff. It's not totally my thing. I still love it. Cool, cool. Those wretched ads are over. So let's get it back in here and start drawing some. So as a reminder, this is Gravel freaking body slamming a tissue pack onto a table. Not doing draw box, finish the box challenge, and just fall broken draw and get started on the C52 challenge. Huge. I forgot to show the timer. There we go. Oh shoot, wrong panel. Nice. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna finish up a lot of the Hawker Center today, and then ink stuff. Maybe add some chairs in the background. I'm not gonna draw his tail because I feel like it would just get in the way of things. You can kind of already see it, so huge. I feel like if Drawbox ever had a rewrite, I feel like it should include form manipulations between like it should replace honestly replace lesson 2 or textures at least, because like while texture's cool, I feel like you need to understand form manipulation before you even think about that stuff. Because then I feel like, the notion of cast shadow, which is, 3D form blocking the light from hitting another 3D form and the resultant shadow. Uh, will become much more intuitive. Yeah. Okay, let's draw some Hawker stands. We'll start over here. Avoid tangent lines. Gotta love 1 point perspective. Now we could worry about making these square. I don't really care though. So I'm not going to. I'm drawing like a Hawker Center from the top of my head, and it's probably not the best idea. I'll get it. Do I have a picture of like Maxwell or something? Let's see. Let me see if I can grab a picture, because like inventing this from the top of my head is just extra work. Here we go. I should probably fix the display. There we go. So yeah, these signs are important. Maxwell, this is Maxwell. Is doodling useful or for that, or is it more so better for exploring the concepts that you've already learned? Because I'd say like drawing from reference is better for building your visual library. Because like you can't really build it from anything else. Looks like they're just kind of stacked. They have like these little things next to them. They always have the counter. Where's Oldonius? Already absorbed. They're generally not as long as I've made these proportionally, but who cares? We could actually add like little walls in between them. Let's see. Like that. That's way too big. There's noise. I hate doing backgrounds, dude. I get no joy from them. Alrighty, have a good one, cat. I swear I drop my ruler like every stream. I don't want the ceiling to be too involved because I don't want to detract from gravel being in the air. Like I don't want too much stuff to confuse it, so probably not going to. We'll just try to keep it nice and simple up there. We could do the angled roof, but that involves a lot of like, the structural support, whatever this may be called. I'd rather not do that. That'd be a little bit visually distracting, so we'll figure something out. The little signs, we can do this. I'm smearing blue somehow. Shoot. Somehow, I mean, I'm covered in it. You been up to any personal work? Well, I'm not sure if you're still here. Have you been up to any like personal drawing beyond broken draws and stuff? Okay, and I'm just gonna freehand this part. Like proportionally, we have most stuff down. Famous words before disaster. I'm gonna freehand it. Yeah, Kavel, let's just make a freaking drawing with a bunch of background stuff. That's a great idea. Oh my goodness, yeah. Do you think you have enough time to like really involve yourself with any of those, or do you feel a bit spread too thin? How do I want to do this? There's definitely a clean way of doing this, and then, the freehanding it. So we'll try to find something that makes me happy. It gets stuff done. Yeah, I would recommend having a day for one thing, personally, because yeah, at one point in college, I was trying to do college, life, workout, draw, piano. I think that was about it. Oh, and I was in a freaking, oh my god, yeah, I was in a computer club. That was way too much. I never got anything done. Yeah. And honestly, like, this is just my personal philosophy, so take it with a grain of salt, right? But I found in life is great and awesome because you can do so many things and you can do them well. But wholly investing yourself into one thing just for a little bit has made me happier than spreading myself too thin. It hurts to like drop piano, for example, because I really love piano. But I felt like of the other things I could be doing, its existence was just too arduous, and I would need to save it for another time. Because it was preventing me from investing times with friends specifically. Like I dropped piano mainly because I just didn't have times to hang out with friends, and that was more important to me. And of course, it's all about priorities, right? Like, do you prioritize your friends more than your work, your family more than your friends, your health more than your family, right? Stuff like that. Of course, I can't say anything about that, but when your bubbles, my therapist a while ago, he like when I was really struggling with time and stuff, he was like, well, life is a bunch of bubbles, and how you organize them depends on how big the bubbles get. And if you try to cram all these bubbles in the small space too much, then they pop. Exactly, yeah. Like that's gym, slowly I didn't realize, but accidentally like starting gym on its own before I did anything else, and then drawing, and then piano, and then whatever else, one at a time, helped me maintain those habits because it was just a daily ritual. Now, even then, like, even though I started those individually and found time in my day for each of them, still way too much. So yeah, that's just a salient, unsolicited advice. Take with it what you will. Just know that it is most important that you do what you love. I feel like I sense a butt coming on. But no. I've seen not a lot, because I'm a small YouTuber. But I've seen like a surprising amount of people who have come to this channel or come to the Drawbox Discord or come to various other Discords and exclaim to the world, I'm going to do this. I'm going to become the best at it. I'm going to make my manga that's going to be the best ever. And it's unique and no one's done anything like it before, or my game, um, or whatever. And then in a month they're gone, and I've never heard from them again. Maybe they've went to other YouTube channels or done other things. I wouldn't blame them for skipping out on the Kavel YouTube channel. Um, but I just hate seeing people that happen because it happens to me all the time. Especially when I was in high school, man. I wanted to do so much. I was working on like games and stuff, and I had to give up on it. Or not just had to, but my poor time management and dedication to other things really killed it. Yeah, no. Drive over motivation and all that. I was dumb as rocks too, but ambitious, which is a bad combination. A really bad combination to be dumb and ambitious. But hey, you learn really quickly. You fail a lot, but you learn really quickly, for better or for worse. Ah, frick. Oh shoot. Oh frick. I'll say one more thing because it's probably annoying hearing like someone who hasn't even seen all of life try to give like profound unsolicited advice, right? Like what do I know? But I do know one thing, and it's one thing that I will like die by. It's my favorite thing that I've encountered while drawing. And it's for when the times get tough, and it's the feeling that you feel when it is tough, right? The stress, the strain, oh, I'm just gonna fail again, right? I've failed so many times, and here I am being overly ambitious and just to fail again. Know that that is like the threshold. That is the barrier. That's where everyone else fails. And so long as you get past that, you'll do well. You can see it. You can literally see um the difficulty, the difficult part that kills everyone else. If you want to put it in like video game terms, you can see the boss that everyone else dies to. And so long as you just, stay it out, do your best, and keep fighting, eventually you'll get past it. So we're almost lucky in a way that we can see the thing that discourages everyone else. It's just now that doesn't decrease the difficulty of actually doing the thing, right? It's still tough. No doubt about that. But at least it's knowable. And you could say, hey, as long as I make it past this, there's the goal. That's what's kept me in a drawbox, specifically lesson 6 so much. Not that dropping out of drawbox at lesson 6 is a bad thing forever. Just I want to stick true to my dedication for it, even if I can't see the total point of lesson 6. This is coming together slowly. I hate it, but it's coming together. I guess we'll do a vaulted roof. Is that what it's called? Vaulted ceiling? I don't know. What I'll actually do. So that's the middle. So if we raise it up a little bit. This drawing keeps growing, and I'm so here for it. Like I'm glad that I started out with a small stupid idea, and it's turned into this. Now this part though is going to be a little bit interesting. How do I draw this? I guess this is the point where it intersects, so it'd be... No. So I need to find the middle. Okay. I think I have the middle somewhere. Nice. 2 points make a line. I mean, I'm already applying lesson 6 concepts to my own work, so I guess I'm done with lesson 6. I can skip it. Said no one ever. Thank you, thank you. I'm thinking, or I'm not thinking, I'm actively designing it, but we'll see if I have time. Making a personal website where you can see all my... Oh, no, 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 no. It's happening. Dang it. I buy these freaking rulers and they get red, like, on my page. No. Westcott, guys, never buy Westcott rulers. I'm sorry, I was about to, like, talk about my website and be like, oh, man, we've gotten so far. No, screw Westcott rulers. Never buy them. The exact same thing happens with freaking this Westcott ruler. No, this is Artist Loft. Okay, well, is it happening? Dude, I'm sorry. This makes me baby rage. Yeah, I think it's coming off on the side that has the logo on it. Westcott, you have disappointed me severely today. Anyways. Yeah, same here. Yeah, I got this one from like Hobby Lobby or something. It's supposed to be cheap and easy, but it's getting red on my page, and that disappoints me greatly. Or like the Artist Loft one from Michaels, which is probably like 12 times more expensive because it's Michaels. Anyways, personal art website. It's going to look a lot like and behave a lot like Instagram. There'll also be a blog section so you can hear and read about stuff that I yap about. Of course, not that important. I mean, it's literally a blog for a random white dude who streams, so probably like the most unimportant document ever. But if you're ever interested in my philosophy or like my stuff about things, which is really just regurgitated nonsense from people who are actually smart, you can find it there. Man, I need to find a local art shop. Everything in my town is freaking brands. Which you'd expect, like a college town with a noteworthy art department to have that, but they kind of suck. Ooh, why is that wrong? That's not right. Is in the Discord. It is not. It is not made yet, and I'm not going to say the domain where it will be because I don't want someone to like buy it up. So, not that I'm like scared that I have snipers out there or squatters who are going to steal my link, but just to be safe, I'm not going to say what it is just yet. Plus, I'm not even sure if the domain that I want is in use. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be Kavel.com. You can go try to buy Kavel.com. It's probably like 12K or something stupid. But you know, the main page will have my work. I want to make it so you can sort by date, medium, actually, and maybe medium in the future. Like the purpose. So is it for Drawbox? Is it for whoever? Of course, yeah. I'll make a lot of noise about it because I'll be somewhat proud. The hardest part about the website isn't programming or getting it up. It's taking enough pictures of all my art and like I want higher quality pictures, but I have a feeling by like the 10th picture I take, I'll be absolutely over it and I won't want to do it. So, yeah. It'll probably be relatively low quality, low fidelity pictures of my artwork, but it'll be somewhere nice to catalog all of it. And it'll be like personal work, Drawbox, commission work, if I ever do commissions. Probably not. I wanted to like draw things for people. I think that would be fun. I don't really want to do commissions. But yeah, no, it's gonna be hosted probably on Cloudflare. I've used AWS for most things, so I want to branch out and use their EC2 buckets, which are apparently cheaper than AWS for the kind of project that I'm doing. And probably a bit more user friendly. I don't know. AWS is not user friendly at all. Especially for someone who's like new to the paradigm. Yeah, I'm hoping to get it done like this weekend, but we'll see. School's really starting up now, rearing its ugly head. Especially Thursday's gonna be pretty rough, so we'll see what happens. And I do want to like, you know, go through the pains of making it accessible and stuff like that. What year I'm in? I am my 4th year, so I am almost finished. This is the last semester of my last year, the prototypical like 4-year college pipeline. And wow. I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to get out of here. No doubt. Now, it's ironic because I do feel like I finally found my groove in many respects. Almost done. Yeah, I've been applying to jobs for the past year and a half. Or yeah, junior summer, so 2 years almost. Yep. Nothing, dude. I like legit my friends are getting jobs and I'm confused. I'm applying to the same ones. And so I guess my friends are just smarter and cooler than me. Which they are. But yeah, like I'm just kind of mystified as to how do any co-ops or internships? Kind of. I'm not gonna elaborate too much on that because I feel like I'd be doxing myself. But yeah, kind of. I have experience and I have projects under my belt, so it's just a matter of convincing these guys that I'm worth hiring. Redesigned my website yesterday and today. I have a personal website, so hopefully that'll attract some attention. My friend kind of recommended this and it's quirky and I kind of like it. Making a YouTube video explaining who you are, like a MIT Maker profile, which is like extra, but I kind of vibe with it because, like, you know, the whole saying is like they'll spend no more than like a couple minutes, a couple seconds, honestly, looking at your like portfolio and stuff. And so like, okay, I'll give you a video. I'm no stranger to making those. Now I'm kind of a stranger to making those on this YouTube channel because, yikes, it's been a minute. Someone joined chat the other day. Was like, "What happened to you making videos?" I was like, "Brother, school and work." Will I be able to make videos more once I have a job? Yes, because I hope that when I have a job, I don't have to work nights and weekends. Ooh, huge. I've worked super duper secret job movies. Whenever I apply for a job, I have to put it on paper, and they think it was like the point of the secrecy vow. Yeah, like NDAs and stuff. It's kind of the thing that like I get why they do it. Like you have to sign like IPs and stuff to be like, yeah, I made this awesome cool thing. I'm not allowed to ever share it or re-implement it in this way. Or like, come on, man, that's so lame. It's my code. I get it though. I don't totally get it, but there's so much blue on this page. Poor gravel. I'm gonna have to do some miracles with Photoshop to get all this blue out of here when I post this on my website. I don't mean this in a mean way, but hey, keep it to yourself. I have no interest in getting on any list because I got a little bit too nosy. Well, I mean, Photoshop for getting rid of the non-photo blue. That's like industry standard when it comes to inking. Now Photoshop, actually, yeah, no, like Photoshop's good for art. I can't really imagine a reason it would be bad. Now, if you're like Instagram model selling a beauty product and you use Photoshop to make your freaking like skin clearer, even though you're that's yeah, that's bad. Oh no, gravel's too muscular. Who cares? Oh, I thought you meant like, oh, okay, sorry. I thought you meant like boo the act of using. Yeah. Yeah, boo Photoshop. Actually, when I say Photoshop, I actually use Photopea. Because one, it's faster to start up. Like it doesn't take 8 years for my computer to start up, for which is weird because I'm doing it in the browser. Um, Adobe is awful. Screw Adobe. Who cares? Yeah. Do I use their products to make my YouTube videos and sometimes actually Photoshop things? Maybe. I use GIMP for making the thumbnails, like converting PDF. Like it's weird. So for my thumbnails, I scan with my scanner, which scans to PDF, and then I convert it with GIMP to a PNG, and then I pop it over. Then I use Inkscape because vectorized logos and stuff. That's the way to go. I use Inkscape to make the thumbnail. Then I use Paint.net to like join everything together. And voila. And then yeah, whenever I need to adjust curves or like use content aware stuff for like page blemishes or whatever, I pop it into Photopea. Ah. Yeah, I mainly just use it for logos and that's about it. I've used it for some personal side projects, which I will not speak of just yet. Okay, I've decided like on all pieces of art that I'm like very invested in, because I don't know, I feel like a signature on my art is too much. I'm like I don't know. Plus, it typically like Tran Fiddler has a really good signature, and so do some other artists. But generally, otherwise, I think I don't like how they look. Just the lines. Not that it's like tacky or anything. I don't care. So like instead, I want to do like little. Like here's a good example. Like this drawing. I want to hide gravel like in the drawing itself. Because then it's like a game and people actually look at the art. And it's a fun challenge for me to see how I could like involve gravel on the page. Um, which generally isn't difficult. So like for this one, I don't really know where I would hide gravel. There's not really a good place for that. And I mean more so like the gravel symbol, like the peak thing, rather than gravel himself, because what have I drawn that doesn't have gravel in it in the past while, right? Inkscape and I have a very complicated relationship because like it crashes, and a lot of the time the spline editing tool or whatever it's called, I don't know, splines or whatever it's called, is annoying. But yeah, maybe. Blue is really hard to capture, which is both my bad and that one's also very light. So who knows? It's probably my bad. But I love non-photo blue so much that I'm not gonna stray away from it for the sake of stream. Okay, now we need to add some chairs. Bird watching drawing? Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's probably one of my. Yeah, that was a fun one. I was very out of ideas, so I just recycled An old one for that. Sorry, Bear something sent me something very, very cool. It's about Muck Nagabe, which there's a Muck Nagabe joined, which Nagabe is one of my favorite, like top 3 artists, top 5, top 3, of all time. And a person named Muck Nagabe joined the Drawbox Discord. I'm not sure if it's actually them though, so who knows. Great chatting with you. I don't think I said it before, but happy 2026. Yeah, wow, holy crap, it is 2026. Happy 2026. And yeah, best of luck with all of your endeavors. I hope you find some more time in the day to do your hobbies and such, and best of luck with those. Have a good one. One happy accident I've just noticed with this drawing, um, is that there's a lot of lines pointing towards up here. Like it's kind of drawing your vision to gravel. I'm not sure if it works that well. And it definitely wasn't intended, but it looks cool. So gangster. I guess we could do a beam going across here. Because then that makes gravel feel like he's not actually flying that high. He's not even flying, he's a flightless bird, I've declared. So much blue. If only I could use 100% of these paper pencils and there'd never be waste ever, and I didn't spill all the blue on my desk. God dang it. Ah, shoot. Okay. Oh, I got it all over my page. Dude, oh. Guess I should probably clean off all the blue here. Give me a second. A bit excessive. Nice, nice. Cool, cool. Man, these hawker stands, I don't feel like they're uniform. I never did like square, I just kind of like guesstimated, so that's a factor. Now that the scene's been established, this chair just does not seem right. That seems like completely off in perspective, which sucks because like I really tried to put that on the page. Frick. This is probably the most like perspective oriented drawing. Oh, okay. I've made since like the fridge drawing I made a while ago. If anybody remembers that. I'm not sure if I even worked on that on stream. I don't think I did. Not sure how much I trust that one. Anyways, let's put some more. This is really a tough brain exercise, is putting boxes down in the scene, just around the place, without gridding. Thankfully, as they, kind of disappear, or, go further into the scene, they get smaller and smaller, so they become little blobs. It's easy to then kind of cheat the perspective of. This drawing could be a cool opportunity to experiment with like black values and stuff, which would be very interesting. Just I don't know how. I don't know how to approach that efficiently. Where'd my ruler go? Add. Uh, why do you think spinning? God, that spinning would make the ruler like easier to place on the page, like as if the other side would provide something that the other side didn't. Oh, yo, yo. That's why we don't do that. I'm not sure if I'm crazy enough to draw other gravels in this scene. I may be. And I'm not opposed to the idea, but it'll be a lot of work. I'm kind of just like not saying no to my brain for this drawing, and I'm not really regretting it. Seems to be somewhat uh coming together. Now, is this a bad idea yet? I don't know. Yo, what's up, Bryce? How's it going? How's your day going so far? Take a sip of water. I saw your post about that. Best of luck. Very, very involved drawing so far. Has the context kind of been lost? Yeah. Like I don't feel like the joke hits as hard given how much I've put into the scene, but I also don't really care too much. Like I'm just having fun drawing it, so Trying to think of what to add. Kind of want to just spend next stream inking this. Because, like, I don't know, I'm not feeling too ambitious. I like the gravels. Like, I'm thinking about it more and more. I like the gravels in the background idea. Just, that is a lot. Yeah, we'll leave it for tomorrow's stream. So we'll call it here. Huge. So that's everything for today's stream. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Thank you, Rise, Welly, Cat. That was everybody. Yeah. So, oh goodness, wrong tab. Well, next stream we will be continuing this, probably inking it, and then if once we're finished with this, if it takes a stream or two to ink, we will check on this up. We will return to lesson 6, which is a bit scary, a bit daunting, but hey, we'll survive. So, once again, thank you all for joining me, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.